My name is Jen Sheehan. I am the Regional Director for North America at BST Global. We're very excited to have you join our webinar today, where we'll be highlighting BST and BST Search. So let's get started. I wanted to share some background information on our company and who we are. Throughout today's session, we hope you walk away knowing one thing, and that is that we know your business. We only do one thing, which is deliver business management software to architecture, engineering, and environmental consultancies. We've been doing this now for over 45 years. We do it around the globe, and we currently have over 100,000 users that leverage our product every day. To support our worldwide users, we ourselves are globally aligned. We're headquartered in Tampa, Florida, and have people all throughout North America. We also have a sales support and service hub right outside of London in the UK. We have an office in the Netherlands. We also have an office in Singapore that helps us service all of Asia Pacific. And we have several people spread out throughout Australia. It's very important for us to be in all of these places because we service clients all around the globe. Let me introduce you to our solutions. We offer two business management solutions for architecture and engineering firms. The first is our full enterprise resource planning offering, which we have offered historically at BST. The second is a new forthcoming offering, which we're excited to share with you, called BST Work Management. With both of these solutions, projects are always at the core, just like in your firm. Our ERP solution covers the entire project lifecycle, from winning new work to executing projects to accounting for your business results. BST Work Management, on the other hand, spans the winning and execution of work while allowing you to leverage your existing financial system, whether it be Oracle, Microsoft, Deltek, or another system. Our solutions cover a range of capabilities. At the heart of BST Work Management is project controls, and you can build upon this to include time and expense and resource management, project pursuit and billing, or any combination thereof. With BST ERP, we add our own strong financial capabilities for a full enterprise solution. We knew we had to address the functional side of things, but how you do it and the design is how we're different. All aspects of the project lifecycle are covered in BST, but we went further. In the design of the product, we focused on a few key tenets that we thought were essential in the development of software today. First and foremost is the user experience and ensuring usability, while we deliver a project-centered and global solution that is agile and can adapt to your needs moving forward. And I'll describe each one of these as we continue. One of the challenges that many firms face today is getting their staff, and particularly millennials, to actually use the business system. The fact is that many business systems today were designed over 15, 20 years ago. They're cumbersome, hard to use, and require too many clicks. Because of this, the pillar of usability was paramount for us as we designed our software solution. Not only are traditional business systems outdated, but they often require your professionals to navigate 4 to 5 distinctively different user experiences with countless clicks to manage their projects and the like. It's all too hard to use, frustrating, and highly inefficient. The result is that your staff does not like to use it, and adoption is very low. And we believe that should change. We believe that it's all about keeping things simple and designing software where the user experience is natural, appealing, and one that people will actually want to use for their necessary business tasks. When we began the design of our solutions, we envisioned a system that was directly aligned with the business of our consultancy clients. We had to redesign everything to ensure it was centered at the heart of your business projects. We aspired to create a solution that actually empowered project managers to deliver projects the best way they felt possible. What we encountered, however, was a legacy business system environment that had centered or focused principally on the needs of accounting, which, while certainly important, was often not aligned with the way a project manager actually delivered or managed a project. With BST, we started and focused on the needs of a project manager first and foremost, while also integrating and meeting the complex needs of finance along the way. The next design pillar that we focused on was to have a truly global system. Today, your clients are asking you to globally deliver projects. This means that you're bringing your resources from all over the world to deliver a project. The challenge is that your staff in these different countries speak different languages. BST solves this challenge by delivering a single integrated database that supports up to 67 different languages. Your staff in each country or region simply choose their language preference by user, and BST appears to them in their language of choice. And the last design pillar is agility. The focus here is to take the system that we've designed specifically for your industry and tailor it to your firm's particular needs, not only today, but also in the future. So now you can have a system that will allow you to embrace change. With BST, every screen, dashboard, report, inquiry, even field label can be tailored to suit your business needs. You'll be able to adapt the system to exactly what your requirements are. As a result, BST provides a fully adaptable workflow. For example, you might have a large project that might need to go through 5 steps of approval. Or you can have a smaller project where only 2 steps are required for approval. So you can tailor the workflow to suit the way that you work. Before I pass things over to Brian for our Director of Strategic Accounts Development, I wanted to mention that should you have any questions throughout the session, please feel free to submit them via the box on your screen. Time permitting, we will try to get to as many questions as we can at the end of the presentation. Now I'll turn things over to Brian.
Thanks, Jen. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take you through a live demonstration of BST. I'll first introduce BST as a dramatically different approach in the way that I'm going to be interacting with my business management system. BST was designed to be a 100% process-based system, meaning that when I use the navigation panel here over on the left-hand side, I'm going to be interacting in the business processes that are going to be workflowed to me when I need to be involved with them. We took the notion of taking traditional modules out of this particular application. We developed the application to work how people work and interact in specific business processes. So you see here in the to-do panel, I might be involved in approving pre-bills, draft invoices, approving a project, or maybe even updating project progress through earned value. Now, I also have the ability here to see that I've been put in a very exceptional end-user experience. We wanted to put the user in a familiar web browser-like environment to navigate around the application. You know, this follows the traditional web browser in that I have a menu bar here that's always going to be visible here at the top. I have my back page, forward page. I have the notion of a home screen. I can even set up and manage my own favorites. Maybe there's certain projects that I navigate to frequently. I also have the ability to access any other dashboards here within the system from the menu bar as well. Now, we're very excited to share with you an entirely new approach in finding information, finding files, and even navigating the business system through this idea of BST Search. In our solution, we've designed a Google-like experience, but think of this as Google for your consultancy. For example, let me share a typical challenge that we hear commonly from our clients. Our research tells us that the most successful companies are ones who collaborate, share knowledge, and best practices. They need a way to find and model future projects with all of the information that they've obtained on their past and previous projects. So say I'm a project manager and I want to bid on a new design build project. You know, this project manager, I want to find similar projects that I might want to model my new project afterwards. So what I'm going to do is go into BST Search, and then I'm going to type in a word. In this case, it'll be hotel. And then what happens here is that I get a listing of all of the relevant information that is then associated with the word hotel. Now you'll see that this could include things like opportunities, projects, or even client information. And you'll notice that if I have something highlighted here in the results list, over on the right-hand side, I have a snapshot. Now the snapshot is going to be a single reference for that particular bit of information. Now you can see that this is an opportunity where I have maybe the win probability. I could see what cell stage it's in. I could even see the address or the location here using Google Maps as we've identified a specific address for this particular location or the opportunity. Now just to keep in mind, the results here in this particular list, it brings back all references to that word hotel that I typed in. But it also takes it a step further. It's relevant to me based upon my role and the work that I perform within the company. So think of it as relating relevance and boosting results based on what's important to me and the user conducting the search. You can see here Brian Furr is in the top 3 results. All right? So now, if I want to get more specific, I can go over now to the project's subject. These are just another tab here that's available to me. Now, you'll also notice that this is still highlighted on one particular item here where I can see now this happens to be a project, so my snapshot's a bit different. You can see what status the project's in, even the project code or the budget. So all of that information that's very unique to the project information that we have in the system. Now, we might need to refine this a bit further because there's a lot of information here in this particular list. So what we've also included is this idea of refined results. Now, you can think of this as facets, meaning that you might be familiar with other e-commerce sites like Amazon or Best Buy, where you get this ability to drill down specifically into what it is that you're looking for. So maybe in this case, I want to set up a bid for a certain type of project. So maybe I'll go to work type and select hospitality. And then I want to see maybe a specific city that we've done this type of work in. So maybe Toronto or maybe even Calgary. So that filters the results even more. But now I might want to get to a more specific area to say, well, just show me those projects where we've been really profitable. So I go to the profit percentage, I'll select the 20 to 30 range, and then I have that one project that I'm looking for. In this case, it's the Emporium Hotel. Again, having the snapshot here on the right to give me the highlights, and I can actually see that we're at 37% profitability. Now, as I'm looking at this particular project, I might want to see the rest of the story. And so we make that easy here in Search. So I might go to the ellipses here on the right-hand side, and then I get a listing of items that's going to tell me that. So maybe I want to go to the Project and Resource Management dashboard. So I'll select that item, and then in another tab, this brings me into the BST Project Management dashboard, where only this one project is displayed. Now the top part of the screen here, this is the project scorecard that's going to summarize the information about that particular project. The budget, how much effort we've generated, the revenue that we've recognized, or even the exact profit dollar amount. Now, in the bottom part of the screen, we've developed these visualizers. Basically, they're key performance indicators that tell us about the financial health of this particular project. So I can see the earned value analysis, I can see the actual effort versus what we've scheduled, and then the 4 visualizers at the bottom part of the screen are going to filter through all of the tasks on that project and then are going to tell us maybe where there are problems. So I can see the active task with negative conditions. I have one there, the construction documents. I also have another way to see any active task behind schedule. Now, we might have unbilled tasks that have aged 30 days, or even once we have issued invoices, we might see those particular invoices listed here in the receivables aging until we've received cash. So if I want to model my new project after this particular project, this might be a really good example. But I might want to find out, now how exactly was that project structured, because it's a similar type project? Well, all I'll need to do is go to the top here in the project scorecard, right-click, and get a listing of related items. Then I'll navigate over to the Open Project, and once I do that, it opens up into another tab, and then the Emporium Hotel project document is now visible to me. We call this the Unified Project Experience. So everything that I'm doing from initiating the project to managing, maintaining it going forward is all going to be handled in this particular document. So if I'm looking for the specifics here, I can see the name, what client we worked with here, start and finish dates, the work type, the responsibility, which department owned the job. I can even see that Jennifer was the project manager. Now, if I move over to the Pricings tab to see how this particular project was priced, I can get into the labor terms. I can see that it was fixed fee pricing where we were using a multiplier or even a bill rate schedule. I could also see expense or unit pricing terms as necessary for this particular project. Now, getting into the specific work breakdown structure of this project, I had the ability to see here the unique work breakdown structure, and we can see that this particular project had 3 levels. In BST 10, I know that we can have up to 10 levels deep in the work breakdown structure, but I also, if I was interested, I could see a Gantt chart associated with the time phase perspective of this particular project. Now, I also have some other things that are available to me here if I have access to this project document. I can even see any associated attachments. The project manager was able to drag and drop any number of attachments and associate those attachments with this particular project. But if I have more questions about this, I have some other tools to maybe communicate with other people. Now, if I go back to Search, we know that Jennifer here, she was the project manager, but if I go over to the People tab, then I should see Jennifer here as she's associated with that particular project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the Skype for Business capabilities that's embedded within Search to communicate with Jennifer. So let me see if she's available. Hi, Jen.
Hey, Brian. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Hey, doing great. I was just looking at one of your projects, the Emporium Hotel, and I have a similar project that I'm looking to bid, and I was gathering some information, and I thought you might be able to help me.
Sure. How can I help?
Do you have any proposal documents that you did for that particular project?
I do, actually. If you go to Files and BST Search,
Okay.
and if you would look for EH Proposal, it should be under that.
Okay, let me see. Is it the Emporium Hotel proposal?
That's the one.
All right, Jen, thanks so much.
No problem. Have a good day.
Bye. Okay, so now, since I found that particular proposal, I have access to it here under the Files tab, so I just double-click, and then I can bring it right up, and now I can see exactly what it was that I was looking for. All right? So that's just some of the features that perhaps a project manager may be interacting with BST. Now, we've been focusing on the project manager's perspective within BST, but I realize that there are other roles that are going to need information. So I thought I would take the opportunity to share those roles with you today. One of those roles happens to be a business development manager. So I'm just going to take you now to a business development manager's dashboard. And you can see that this is somewhat different than we saw from the project manager. So this is a person who is responsible for developing new business for the company. Now, the first thing you see here in the sales funnel is I see a sales funnel based on my sales processes. So you can see that 38% of my opportunities all fall within the pursuit sales stage. This is in the current period, but we can see over the next 12 months where all of our opportunities are going to fall. The bottom part of the screen, we see upcoming opportunities. And then if I go to the Forecast Analysis tab, we can see our next year's sales distribution. In this case, it's by client. Now, I could easily change this by selecting the restriction here at the top part of the screen. Maybe I wanted to see it, in this case, by opportunity stage. I just select that grouping, rerun my dashboard, and now I can see my next year's sales distribution by opportunity stage. So any of the ones that are listed here, you can change those very easily. The dashboards are meant to be give you the ability to be interactive. I can also see the results analysis, meaning that I can see my sales results based on a factored net fee of the opportunities that we've won, just as well as the ones that we've lost. If I'm managing to a certain sales ratio, I can see our win ratio there. But I also can see in the bottom part of the screen maybe all of our wins. Or I could take the view here and maybe show all of my losses, if that's what I was looking for. And then the last tab here, the results analysis, we can see our past year's sales distribution by client in this case. So where does all of this information come from? Just as a quick example, I have the ability here to take any one of the opportunities that I'm currently managing, and maybe if I wanted to get to the details, I can right-click and get a listing of the related items and open that opportunity in another tab. So that's going to open up, so I might have my I-95 widening project here, and this is the opportunity document within BST. And you can see that I'm managing information around that particular opportunity, but I may not know a lot of this information, so what I can do is go to a simple view where it's the same information, but less information that's going to be visible to me. Maybe it's a lead at this point, so I don't want 3 tabs of information, but I can manage that as my opportunity. I know more about my opportunity. I'll take it back to the default view where I have those 3 tabs of information to complete more information and then manage the estimated timing as it grows into an actual real opportunity. All right, so that's the business development. One last role that I'd like to share with you is the operations manager. And this operations manager dashboard that we have here is a person that's responsible for managing a department or maybe a group of project managers. And so we introduced the idea of a forecast when it comes to resource schedule of hours. So what this is telling me that over the next 12 months, I can see both tentative and confirmed scheduled hours against my overall net capacity. And I think really the important thing to see here is that the visualizers here in the bottom part of the screen for projects at risk, this is telling me or filtering out any of those projects that could have potential problems. So I'm seeing projects with a variance at completion of greater than 5,000, a scheduled variance of greater than 10 days, projects that have unbilled balances greater than 30, or even invoices that we've issued on projects that have aged over 60 days. It alerts me and brings my attention to the things that I need to see. But maybe I need a more concise list. So what I would have the ability to do is to take any of the restrictions here in this particular list, and maybe I want to focus in on one particular client that I have a question about. So maybe it's Beaver Associates. I rerun the dashboard, and now only the projects that belong to Beaver Associates would then be listed here in my dashboard. So maybe if I'm preparing for a meeting with them, I have a better idea of the total project portfolio and the ones that could be at risk. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is turn this back over to Jen to wrap things up.
Great. Thank you very much, Brian. So now that Brian's had an opportunity to share our exciting developments on BST Search, I wanted to share with you what we are doing in the mobile front as well. We've initially focused on how staff and their managers enter and approve time. So let me give you a glimpse into how we do that. This is what a mobile user will see when he or she logs into BST Mobile, easily identifying how many hours have been charged and how many timesheets require approval. Next, you'll be able to easily open your current timesheet. This is how you'll enter time. So simply by rotating a dial or just editing the hours themselves. You'll also have the ability to see your utilization as you enter your timesheet. Supervisors will have the ability to easily review and approve their team members' timesheets. You just touch the employee and click approve and you're done. And this is what a user would see if they were accessing BST Mobile through their tablet device. So I'd like to leave you with the BST Evaluation Center so that following this session, you are able to go and explore BST on your own. We have created a series of snapshot videos that will highlight areas within BST's ERP solution. We will have a similar site for BST's forthcoming work management solution in the near future. So if you are interested in that offering, please let us know and we'd be more than happy to share that with you as it becomes available. So to see the BST ERP Evaluation Center, you simply go to bstglobal.com, click Product and BST10 Tour. You'll then be able to sort the videos based on objective or by role within the organization. So if you were to click on profitability, you would then be taken to the videos that are related to profitability, and you can easily view them and share them directly from this screen. So I know we're coming right up at the time in which we were supposed to wrap things up today. So for those questions that were submitted, we will be reaching out to you directly to get those answered for you. But I would love to thank everyone for their time today. If you'd like more information on BST, please contact me directly at jsheehan@bstglobal.com. Thank you again and have a great day.